Hoppix is getting money to hire more staff like LASA, who admittedly doubled their staffing, but yet homelessness tripled. So until the people on Hoppix waiting list is housed, we're not having a hiring fee tonight. We're not, okay? We're not. Real talk, so Hoppix finna shut it down tonight. Thank you.
Next speaker, please.
Madam Chair, members of the board, I'm Morris Griffin, better known as Big Money Griffin. I'm here today on behalf of Catherine Barger's district dealing with Saugus High School. It is my hope that you will consider, Ms. Barger, having deadbolt locks put on all classroom and courtroom metal doors to prevent the next copycat assassin from killing our children. Even though this was done in the Conversat area, we want to be in a position to look out for the best interests of our kids. In addition to that, those of you who are on the Metro board, I would ask that you ask my mayor, James Buds, if he would consider a motion that you guys could put out. If you see something, if you hear something, pow, 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 say something. That needs to go on the intercom of all of our Metro buses and trains throughout the county of Los Angeles and the state of California, let alone when I just left Atlanta, Georgia, dealing with Colin Kaepernick and a 90-year-old. Oh, that's my time. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Good morning, Emilio, Justice Coalition, Let's Get Free Coalition, LA. I'm gonna try to get through as many of these as I can in a minute, less than a minute. Probation supervision fees, probation installment collection fees, pre-sentence report fees, drug and alcohol testing fees, restitution fine service fees, restitution service and collection fees, juvenile restitution collection fees, county jail booking fees, court-appointed counsel fees, home detention fees, electronic monitoring fees, county sheriff's work alternative program fees, probation program investigation progress report fees, probation reentry service costs, probation transfer fees, ignition interlock device fees, restitution income fees, diversion restitution collection fees, work furlough fees, weekend confinement fees, medical expenses while in county jail, $3 medical visit fees while in county jail, temporary release from county jail for family emergency fees, return check fees, drug lab cleanup costs.
Thank you.
Can't even get through it.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
My name is Jared Brown with the Youth Justice Coalition.
I'm going to remind everyone, if you agree with what somebody says, you can raise your hands. We can see that from here. If you disagree with what somebody says, you put your thumbs down. We can see that from here, but we ask that you refrain from audibly acknowledging a speaker. Next speaker, go ahead.
Hey, my name is Jared Brown with the Youth Justice Coalition, and I'm here today to urge you to end fees and fines and develop a plan to responsibly eliminate bail in LA County without increasing jail detention. Fees punish the families and communities of the system-impacted people. 83% of people who bear responsibility for paying the fees are women. Court debt falls mostly on African American people because of the high policing and discrimination against black people. I'm here today just to urge y'all to end the fees and fines and create a responsible way to eliminate bail in LA County. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Yes, hi. Yeah, I just want to speak upon things that you don't speak upon. Basically, at the end of the day, you know I don't deal in the physical, I only deal with the spiritual. So the problem that I see is that everybody is more worried about themselves instead of worried about the Creator, the Father who brought you here. You only have one job, and that's to praise Elohim, which is God. See, you think He cares about your Instagram likes, about your votes, about your car notes? He don't give a shit about none of that. You see what I'm saying? The problem is you guys worry about the wrong thing. But let me tell you something. Anybody that's of this world is an enemy of God. So if you like to have nice stuff, if you like to do everything except for praise God, then that means that you are an enemy of Him. So with that being said, that means you're an enemy of me. You see what I'm saying? I come, when the Bible says you can't judge, no, you can judge Christians because you're talking about doing stuff that you're not doing. I can't stand pagans. So if you like Christmas, Easter, and all that stuff.
Next speaker, please.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. My name is Sir James Bailey, with the Justice Coalition, Free LA. Like the brother before me, God himself. I wanted to say we don't want to capitalize crime. When the 13th Amendment was passed, we also know that it allowed for the conviction or this enslavement of people deemed to be criminals. From there, we had convict leasing and continue to capitalize on the tragedy and trauma of crime. So I'm moving and coming to express we can change that. At Youth Justice Coalition and other youth-built schools, we look at things like love and care, support and healing, social consciousness and action, what it means to be a leader, to be successful and collaborate. And we have the opportunity here to collaborate with the people rather than finding them, work with them to create change, continue the change you've already created in Los Angeles. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Is it my turn yet?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I need extra time. As I said before, I have an SUD, so I'm disabled and I may need a little bit more time to speak. Thank you. For the record, my name is Andrea McPherson. Okay. And I'm speaking for myself due to the unjust racism and retaliatory harassment shown by LA Care specifically. Causing me seizures and mental anguish due to their actions that are very unprofessional. As I've said before, like I said, my name is Andrea McPherson. I am a chair at LA Care in the Regional Community Advisory Committee, a representative of the people just like me who have an SUD, a sudden unexplained death syndrome. Okay. Does that mean that I shouldn't be able to speak up and speak out and advocate? No, because my epilepsy, I go from one extreme to the next.
Thank you.
From an educated person.
Thank you. Your time is up. If you have something that you would like to turn into us, we will read it. Thank you. We're giving everybody a minute. Thank you. Thank you. But if you want to turn that in, we'll read it. Can someone get her testimony? We'll all read it. Thank you. Next speaker, please.
All right. My name is Black. You feel me? I'm from Youth Justice Coalition and LA Youth Advisory Coalition, BSS Coalition. I support a lot of things. But I do not support fees and fines, definitely. I know how hard it is on a lot of people that have been affected by fees and fines. And one is because I live in a community that has definitely been affected by fees and fines, and they're always telling me like, man, I need help. I'm out here struggling. You feel me? I got baby mama, I got kids, I got child support on me. You know, got so many other things. You got housing going up. You know, you got rent. You got people out here laying out here on the streets because they don't know what to do. You got people in cars. You feel me? You got people asking other people from across the state, can I live with you, bro? Can I do something to work up and get to you? You feel me? And I feel like, you know, San Francisco already set a model. And I feel like we should go for that. NYJC is, you know, fighting for this work. So, you know, everybody came over to do this. So I hope y'all hear everything and, you know, support this.
Thank you. I believe now we're going to Lancaster. Hello, Lancaster.
Hi, my name is Walter Bechtel, and I wanted to say something about the problem with the elimination of receipts that some people are trying to pass in the legislature. I think that's a big mistake. Especially if during the holidays, you'll notice a lot of people who go from one store to the other, and they carry bags with them. And I noticed this has happened more than once. Security guards stop you, and they see something in your bag that looks like something that was in their store. And you try to tell them, no, I bought this over at the 99-cent only store. And they say, let me see your receipt. So if you can show them the receipt, then they'll let you go by. But if you don't have a receipt to show them, what are they going to do? They're going to tell you, you need to put those items back on the shelf. Sending somebody a receipt in the email isn't something that you can show them right away. And if you forgot your phone, or if you broke your phone,
Thank you.
How are you going to do that anyway?
Thank you.
It's a very bad piece of legislation.
Thank
and
you.
I'm hoping that.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Hi, good
Oh,
morning.
hi.
I'm here to speak on behalf of horses at the racetrack down there. Number 22 is especially significant to me. And she not only broke a leg, she broke both her legs. Now what that involves is they take her back into a back room and use a bone saw, cut up a carcass and feed it to the dogs. You find another way to do that. There's something far more valuable in meat than to do with spirit. My horse was like an absolute gift from God for me, because when she gave birth to her foal, I saw the light that I saw in my mother's eyes, and the light that I saw in my friends who died recently in the home. So if we're going to rescue some of these horses, we should actually set it up so next time that happens, I can be available and take it out to juvenile hall.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Are there any more speakers who have signed up on general public comment?
No other speakers, Madam Chair.
Okay, now it's appropriate to go to public comment on items not held by the board. It's appropriate to hear from members of the public who requested to address us on items not held by the supervisors. Madam Executive Officer, please call those members of the public who have signed up to speak on these items.
Would the following individuals please come forward when I call your name? Dr. Genevieve Claverell has requested to address the board as items 2D, 3D, 9, 15, 20, 21, 26, 27, 28, 31, 32, 33, 51, 52, 54, 55, 56, 58, and CS1. Eric Previn has requested to address the board on items 2D, 3D, 16, 9, 10, 20, 21, 23, 26, 28, 32, 35, 37, 38, 40, 51, 52, 54, 55, 56, 58, and CS1. Mikhail Fiona has requested to address the board on items SD1, 1D, 2D, 3D, 16, 20, 21, 22, 26, 38, 44, 51, 52, 54, 55, 56, and CS1. Armando Flores on items 2D, 3D, 20, 21, 26, 51, 52, 54, 55, 56. Emilio Cepeda on item 14, Gloria Gonzalez on item 14, Jared O'Brien on item 14, Ron Hernandez on item 15, Arnold Sachs, all remaining items, Michael Greenspan, all remaining items, Herman, all remaining items, Corey Smith, all remaining items, Reverend Dr. Melody Zara, all remaining items.
Thank you. It's Eric Previn from Studio City. I was taking note that we now have new county council. Nice to see you, sir. We have a new kind of job order contract called best value job. Is that a new thing, or is it just
I think he spoke
same
already.
thing with a new label on it? They look a little bit smaller in that you could extend them for $3.1 million year to year, which is an interesting twist. It's the same customers. I don't know if that is coordinated or not. I looked closely, I couldn't see. We're applying for some money. The Registrar Recorder Dean Logan doing a great job to get some state funding to assist with our voter. We got up to 26
I need to get
million
business cards
I think.
and
But I
hand
just
them
want
out.
to clarify that we have to watch them closely because Dean Logan also provided an assessment for how much it would cost to have the corrupted CE12 special election and then the runoff, and he was, including this upcoming election in March, he was $6 or $7 million off. So let's just make sure we get an accurate number, because the city now has to eat that. And as you probably heard, after the 3% labor uptick, they're facing a significant financial burden that was not budgeted for by Mr. Kokoria. I like the idea of wayfinding signage in the Green Line. I was a little perplexed by why we have to specify that it's 3M. It's got to be 3M for the adhesive or the reflective coating. It seemed a little like protest too much. I mean, why can't we get like a good price on whatever is the best stuff? I also note that the LA County Fire Department, looking to chip away at their structural problems, is licensing to 44 Blue LLC their security footage. Nobody loves paramedics more than you, Chair. But they are retaining editorial control, which I think we have to be cautious about, because the County Board of Supervisors are the ones who have editorial control of public safety fighting. So I don't know if that's going to be appropriate or not. We work on domestic violence for international people coming here for asylum. Thanks.
Thank you, Aaron.
So like item 42, as you already know, ¿por qué sigo siendo? La reflexión a las instituciones que las víctimas rompen el silencio. For $800,000, we're paying children and families for the services that the Los Angeles County Claims Board recommended. See No. JC versus Los Angeles County Department, when you allowed those foster children under the care of whoever was caring for them to grossly seduce, rape children. Isn't that horrible? In this day and time, we still have these type of problems with pedophiles, and yet you want to silence it. Why? Why is that, Ms. Janice Ron? Why aren't you putting more effort to correct the problem by firing people who you heard or in the windows of what you heard, not to underscore the fact that the Catholic religion is guilty? Matter of fact, Michael Jackson issue is coming back on display. Maybe I should bring mine up. Oh, sorry, I was never raped, nor was our foster child. So I cannot understand what it's like to feel in that position. However, those of you in the audience, those of you who have family members who unfortunately fell in the hands of foster care due to the county taking their child away and dragging them off, and leaving them with unsupervision. I call it unsupervision. But in my watch at County USC, those 6 years, I did a hell of a job. I got a record of performance. I qualified at a CNA. I did my job. Now it's time that you guys do your part. Yeah, you're down over there, staffers. Where's Mary Wickham at?
Actually, it's been
Maybe
this way.
she should learn something about the issues on item 9. Mental health, 40 full-time positions. Also, what about rent stabilization? Wednesday, the 20th of 2019, Downey City Hall is having a rent stabilization, rent regulation. Come, all are invited. Wednesday the 20th, look online. Ms. Hahn will be there to represent corporation greed, developer greed, putting people, their families, and disabled children into the street, all because developers and corporation greed want to remove you from your rent control, which there isn't any.
Next speaker, please.
Good morning. My name is Armando Flores. My name is Armando Flores, Legislative Affairs Manager with the Valley Industry and Commerce Association, VICA. We represent a number of businesses and nonprofits in the San Fernando Valley and throughout LA County. I am also here on behalf of the Los Angeles Area Chamber of Commerce. We are here to provide comments on the rent stabilization and interim rent stabilization ordinances. VICA and the Chamber have been strong advocates and supporters of solutions that address our region and state's housing and homelessness crisis. While we appreciate the Board of Supervisors working to address these issues, these types of policies fail to provide real solutions to the housing and homelessness crisis, which has worsened over the last few years. These policies ignore the need to build more housing and place the burden on landlords who already face high costs and regulatory burdens. We've already begun to see property owners, especially small mom and pop property owners, struggle to pay for supplies for maintenance and repairs. We urge the board to reconsider implementing rent control policies and to instead focus on ways to produce more desperately needed housing. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Good morning, Board of Supervisors, Dr. Genevieve Clement. I will first talk on item 9 about the county-wide services for the vets. I think it's a fantastic idea. And I'm so glad that you allocated 40 positions. It's really good to be reminded to be. That seems like a great proposition. Also on item 58, who is about having Mr. Jim Jones coming back. I'm very excited to see that. I think it was a fantastic apology, and I am really missing. I'm just so glad to see that because he had the knowledge and so on. So that's a very great thing. And then I will come to my, favorite item, CS1, on evaluation of department head. And I hope that maybe today is the day you will look at Christina Gali performance. I brought the issue of the head of the house many times on the website and so on. After all my public speaking to everybody around the county, guess what? The hub still has the wrong address at Abro Usiri. It's beyond any way to see that happen. We have an information technology person who has Jim Brady. We cannot even change the website. Let me show you. You go to the website and they put you this content change on the website itself. They have the right address, but guess what? Is a link to click to the map, and the map show you the same thing as before. Number 26, the wrong location. I just cannot think of any word. How many children do you have to die before we make sure the address of the hub is appropriate? I have checked the website every day. That this morning, that's a direct feed. It's still not changed. I just think beyond appropriation level. We have a head of department who is incompetent, who are more incompetent people. Something needs to be done. Please do it. Thank you.
Thank you. We will take note of that and make that correction as soon as possible. Thank you.
Madam Chair,
Yes,
could I ask
Supervisor
that she be able to speak to a representative from DHS? Because this has been brought to our attention now for the third time.
Right. And we'll bring it up as well. Next speaker, please.
Hi. So several agenda items, but the main thing I want to talk about is agenda item 2. Protecting domestic violence survivors seeking asylum in the U.S. That is, of course, a very important subject, but you're talking about domestic violence survivor for people who are not in the U.S. seeking asylum, when we have a huge domestic violence issue with women facing homelessness and natives here. I'm just confused as to why we have raised awareness for women from Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, when we are trying to battle the streets of South Los Angeles. Where are the resources for DV there? Anyone? Anyone? I'm just trying to figure out how much longer we're going to be ignored just by even having the job fair for topics. It shows that you don't care to house people who are homeless. You want to hire more staff members. I find it disgusting that 90% of funding for anything, our tax dollars got to go to workers rather than fixing the solution. Agenda number 13. Sanctuary Serif Station prayer breakfast fee waiver. Prayer breakfast for sheriffs should not even be in the same sentence. What are they praying about? Can someone tell me? Are they praying how to beat us down? Are they praying more how to dysfunct the youth in their center? What are they praying for exactly? And who's going to be there? Can I get a ticket? Can I know what incomparable pastor, non-productive leader, or NAACP going to be there? Sleepy ass Joe going to be there? Nancy Pelosi going to be there? Who is going to be there? I want to be there because I know that you guys are praying for sheriffs to be removed from our area. That's what I know what we're praying for. We're praying for the California Highway Patrol to take off for law enforcement, because I recall California Highway Patrol gunning us down because we're black, because they don't like the color of our skin. And when we make it up, we don't have anybody from California Highway Patrol rolling their eyes every time we're talking about mistreatment. So I would definitely like a personal invitation to this breakfast, please. And I will be available to attend November 20th. I'm here. It's coming up. All right, so Latina Equal Pay Day. Do I really need to go in there? Really? Ms. Solis, do you have too much time on your hands? Do you not realize that there's black issues as well as Latino issues? And when you bring us up as African Americans are at high risk of leadership not listening to us. Can you bring that up next time you want to bring us black people as data? You know, okay? Because we have suffered a lot longer than the asylees that you're trying to protect.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Yeah.
Good, well done. So yes, now, for the third time, history being made
Shall I try the lightning round, everybody? Should I do the drinking game?
Just remember that the code of conduct says if you are disruptive, you have the right to be removed. I'm warning you.
I got my letter from Mary Wicked Witch Wickham, and she says, go ahead, sue Janice Hahn. So that's what I got, yes. Your own lawyer. Your own lawyer. What lawyer do you hire?
But what item are you speaking on, by the way?
I'm speaking on the item regarding the Christmas lights. See, number 16 in the lightning round. So they have a county bandwagon on number 16. Everybody pay attention. This is the most important thing ever. Did you know we pay for a county fucking bandwagon?
Please watch your language.
We have a county bandwagon. What's next? I mean, Mickey Mouse? I mean, what is this? Bandwagon. What are we doing with the bandwagon? I mean, you know, that goes back to the Kenneth Hahn days in the 1890s. I mean, we in 2001, century, 2019. What are we doing with a county bandwagon? What are we going to do? Play the banjo?
Can you, stay on the item?
I'm old too. I look old, and believe me, I am, because I remember a day when we used to have a bandwagon, and we all get drunk on the bandwagon, ride our horses up there at Canoga Park. We used to have a bandwagon at Canoga Park, ride the horses down Canoga Avenue to the bank. Remember those days, guys? Remember? We used to go out there and have a horse parade, right? And then they gentrified everything and killed all the horses and we all moved on.
That's definitely off the bandwagon. Get back on the bandwagon. No pun intended.
Domestic violence survivors seeking asylum in the United States. Absolutely. Every black woman beaten in California should be given asylum so they can move to Beverly Hills and live out the rest of their lives in a beautiful city. Asylum for every woman beaten by every 30.
Next speaker, please. Next speaker, please.
Mike Greenspan, with this holiday season coming up, let me be the first to say, Happy Hanukkah, you scab rabbis. After all, don't want to leave out Hanukkah.
What item are you speaking on?
Okay. Prayer breakfast. Since I dropped out of Jewish Sunday school 3 times at 2 different scab rabbi synagogues, I can let you know what